Yeah. There's bugs in the woods.
The hazards of recording out in nature, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Big podcast money.
Let's talk about this podcast. Let's talk about that. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About That. I am your co-host Tony,
and I'm Martin, and I've reached the top of Tote, the island in one of the couple of hundred islands in Kragerø. And you could call that a success to reach the top, although it's not many meters up here. But success is a wide term, Tony.
Yes, it is.
And how do you define like this is success? And what is success?
Yeah, that's a difficult question, as I'm sure you're aware.
Yeah, that's part of why I asked.
yeah. Not gonna lob me any softballs. No. Well, it's interesting because I do feel like sort of the American version of success, like sort of culturally, is different than it is in Europe.
Yeah. Probably. The American dream is kind of the success you're talking about, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's
some of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's sort of this feeling culturally that it's, work hard and you'll be rewarded, and, be the best, work as hard as you can, make the most money that you can,
Yeah.
That sort of a thing. And, it's, I don't know, there's, as I've come to realize, as the older I get and the more I've worked, is really I don't know that that's a great way to define success.
I would define success like that. Oh,
what's sorry? Oh yeah,
I wouldn't define success like that. Oh,
yeah. I mean, success is you need, obviously money is kind of part of success most of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is.
I mean,
definitely is.
It's but I mean, it's one of the things I like, or one of the things I'm envious of when I talk to like, people from Europe, other parts of the world, is the focus on like sort of the work-life balance, and like success seems to be, at least me looking in, on the outside looking in, seems to be more geared around, having like successes to have a good life, kind of, and
I mean, we've talked about that before, I guess, because like there's sticks on the ground here. Someone should tie this forest up. The sticks all over, and the sea is bumpy. Oh my god. The thing that we've talked about before, I think we did at least, is that you guys work for the money. Mm-hmm. We work to get free time. So if I work X amount of hours, I have free time, and I always get paid. But if you guys don't get paid, you will lose your job. So it's getting better, I guess, over at yours with days off and all that, because changing times. But success, personal success, everyone has a different goal. Yeah. Some people's success is like having a family, a house, like a dog or 7 children, and someone just want to travel around the world and be free.
Yeah.
And that's, So say that you're not successful because you do not have the same life as me. That's kind of narrow-minded, I must say.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's funny. I mean, and of course your vision over your view of what success is changes over the years too. You know, it's sort of. I mean, I think to some extent that you can define success as like meeting your goals, and your goals
Yeah,
change
but
over
when
the
you've
years.
met those, you will feel like you need to achieve anything more. I mean, the life is always about achieving new things, I guess.
Mhm.
So even if you have 7 grandchildren and you have a big house and you have a lot of money, there's always something you want to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would measure personal success with happiness. But then again, what is happiness? How do you measure happiness? This is so philosophical.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you're happy, then in my opinion, you're successful. Because it takes a lot to be happy. It's not to be like truly happy. You can be glad, of course, you can be glad, but be truly happy. I think that takes a lot. But that might just be me. So some people are just walking around and are happy all the time. That's I envy those people, of course. Yeah.
I think the most difficult part of happiness personally is fulfillment. I think because I think that is going to be a pretty common thread for a lot of people to be like, to be truly happy they need to be fulfilled. Like we like all of us need something in our life that is more than just sort of hollow pleasure, essentially. I mean, you can have all the money you want, you can have all the money in the world, eat whatever you want all the time, you know, do whatever you want all the time, but like that doesn't necessarily bring fulfillment. It gives you now
true. You can feel happy there and then, but you're not necessarily like happy. You're happy then, but when you get home, what then? You're just starting to hunt down the next happiness, the next high.
You're, I mean, that's a good way to look at it. Is it's the sort of that sort of happiness. It's not like a sustainable full-time sort of happiness. Like those are the high points.
Yeah,
but like cat, you were making some awful noises. Sorry.
Cats are seemingly happy almost all the time.
Yeah. Animal like cats and dogs to some extent too. Although depends on the individual. I've met some very grouchy cats, so it's tough to say there. But yeah, you need something. You need to have something. I feel like in order to be successful, to feel successful, you need to have something that you can actually apply yourself towards. You know.
Yeah. I mean, continue.
Oh yeah, because like for the most part, we aren't fulfilled by just sort of shallow hedonism. You know, it doesn't need to be a lot, but you know, there needs to be something that drives you in life. I think that and that you can fulfill that drive. That I think to me that is like a big, like that is success. If you can have like having what you need to survive comfortably, and to have something that you're driven towards, that you are making progress on or can work towards or something.
Yeah. And the thing is, I don't think you can find true happiness. When I say true happiness, I mean that you are mostly happy. We can't say happy all the time because life is just ups and downs. It's a roller coaster. That's just how it is, you know.
Yeah, it's like climate change. You know, global warming doesn't mean it doesn't get cold sometimes, but
it's so when you're feeling like mostly happy, when you can sit down at home at night and just today was a good day, and you can do that almost every day in a week. I feel like that's if you're comfortable with your own life at most times, you have what you need, and you can do can do like things you want to do, or at least you can save up to them, because things cost money, and we are not like bathing in money all the time.
Yeah.
Be happy with what you have, and I it's kind of strange, but I guess those who have little and always had little are probably those who will feel the happiest, because they learn to appreciate what they have and be happy with what they get. In contrast with those who have like a lot and will always yearn for more. Yeah.
I mean, I think that there's something nice and fulfilling and about doing something with not much, you know. Like I think of things like you know, food are one of those things where it's interesting, because like, sure, you can afford to eat out every night or to do whatever, but there's also something kind of fun and rewarding about like trying to put together a meal that is cheap or that is healthy or both, you know, and to make something really to do the work to make something that's sort of flavorful within those parameters.
Yeah, and see other people enjoying the things you make is also a thing I
Absolutely
look at. Yeah, but when do you feel the most happy, Tony? Like, if you're alone, when do you feel the most happy? If you look away from the children and stuff, because we are both fathers, you know.
I'm probably one of the things that kind of drives me, like, I mean, not necessarily how I do things in my free time. I mean, this happens some. But for whatever reason, I've always had a big drive to like be able to help people with something. I'm most driven when I feel like I'm helping someone. And that applies to work stuff too. Like, that's the sort of things I do at work are, I mean, the things I like doing the best are the ones where it's like a customer, like a district is having an issue and we need an answer so that we can help them get past it. Like, that to me, I love that stuff. Like,
and especially when people acknowledge that you help them. Like, thank you so much for doing this and that.
And it's the reason, like, you know, a lot of people probably think of like retail work as, you know, like, or service industry type work as being, you know, kind of, they might look down on it as being, you know, whatever. But I actually think that if I was ever like, if I won the lottery and I was independently wealthy, I'd probably get like a part-time job working at a coffee shop or something like that, because I like customer service. I always have.
Yeah, I mean, if I won the lottery, as you say, I wouldn't quit working with as a what you call like a craftsman. I would continue maybe just doing some handyman work around places, like renting out myself to different people, not necessarily working as an electrician, because I need license and stuff, but I would continue working because I like working. And when I achieve things at work, like I'm feeling like this project is going well and everything is rather smooth, or we have a problem but we're working on it, that's probably when I feel rather happy, at least at work. When you have to work, but you know this will be all right because we have the best men's on the job, and we know how to find a solution. That's it. Probably sounds weird, or probably like I'm talking myself really up here because I said that, but when I'm like at work, I rarely work alone. We are always a team, you know. So if I do this, I might have 2 or 3 guys behind me who did work before me. So it's not like I did it. just
Mhm.
because I told someone else to do it. It's not my achievement, it's our achievement. And we work together like a machine. That's great when everything works out, is
Mhm.
I guess what I want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think you kind of also hit on a point, another point of it, which is it's not maybe necessary, but something that always helps is, it's being able to do a good job that you can feel proud of, and to receive recognition for your work, to be sort of seen, to have someone sort of see you for who you are and appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's I don't always find my job fulfilling.
Of course not. Of course not.
I mean,
That
I
would be
don't think,
strange if you did.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that if you're always happy at your work, there's either something wrong with you or the guys you work around.
Mhm.
Yeah, I feel that's strange being happy all the time about something.
Mhm.
But that's me. That's me.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Um, do you think, like, I don't know. I don't know where I wanted to go with that question. Sorry.
This is a philosophical corner of let's talk about that
Yes.
podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll go back to talking about something simple, like, I don't know, the hot dogs next week. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we could turn around that pretty quickly to something philosophical too, I guess.
Yeah. You never know. You
What
never
is
know
a
when
hot dog?
philosophy's going to strike.
But yeah, we started about talking what success is, and it turned into happiness because we both feel like if you're truly happy at most times, you're more or less successful.
Mhm. I mean, I think
But
that.
happiness is measured in many things. So
Yeah. I mean, I think that's. I think happiness and success are definitely have to be tied, because, I mean, people talk about the meaning of life, the point of life, and there has to be, to live a successful life. You know, I think if you live a life that is good in all ways except for you're miserable, then I don't know that that's success. Like,
no,
did you really
we,
succeed at
it,
life? I mean, you might have won the game of life, but you didn't really
yeah,
succeed. You
yeah, you won the war, but not the battle. You won the battle, but not the war.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you have $100 million and you have a big mansion and you have kids and grandkids and everything you ever wished for, but you're not happy, then you didn't receive success. I'm sorry, but you were successful in some
Hmm.
places, but not in life.
Hmm.
But this is also a very personal view. I can't say that this and that is correct.
Hmm.
This and that is false. Yeah, so success, you can be successful in many things, but you aren't necessarily successful altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah. I
starting
mean,
to make a web here. We're almost impossible to get out of.
yeah. I mean,
Which we talked around and in so much now. It's hard to know where we stand.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess we kind of talked about personal success at this point.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I think overall it's just, if I had to sum it up, it's about finding happiness and fulfillment in your life, and you can have small successes, kind of like you were getting at there. You can have successes in being this or making this much money, but overall, I don't know if you're successful if you're not happy with your life.
Yeah.
And I should say too, like, I understand it's tough because not everyone can achieve success that way. I mean, there's a lot of circumstances out there
Yeah.
And so success. I mean, success
That's
is
back
very
to what we
different.
talked about, you know?
Yeah.
Like, your success ain't necessarily the same success as
Mm-hmm.
I feel.
I mean,
So,
yeah. I would like, you know, the sort of broader sort of viewpoint. You know, I don't know if it's success as a nation or what. You know, is to have. I mean, I think the ideal is to have a country where everyone can be successful.
Yeah.
And like
that's hard.
it's very hard. I mean, I think some countries are better than others at it.
Of course.
But I mean that to me is the sort of hallmark, you know, of a successful country. You know, there's so many type A personalities out there that you know, success is about getting out there and beating the enemies and winning the competition and yeah, it's
Yeah, but not everyone is born a natural leader, you know?
Yeah.
Someone are just made to clean up after those who think they are leaders.
yes.
And those, and many of those are breathing again, guys. And many of those are happy with that. And when it comes to finding a job, I've always said that it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you enjoy doing it.
Mm-hmm.
If you love to sell coffee, being a barista, then do it. If you love driving a bus, drive the bus. If you love counting money, I mean, being an accountant or something, do it. And if you can't achieve it, find option 2. Because not everyone are born to do what they want to do, of course. But there is always several type of jobs for everyone. Oh my god! There's so much deer here. There was deer.
Oh yeah.
Right here, 5 meters from me.
Yeah, we get
scared it.
for being for being fairly close to a big city, we get actually a fair amount in our area here too.
That's nice.
Yeah, we've got kind of a few acres of kind of woods right near us. So you know, it's not not like a huge wilderness or anything like that, but enough to support some deer.
Yeah, same here. They probably came from mainland, of course, swam over and had the baby here, and now they're growing, and probably will swim over to the mainland and find someone there. So, yeah,
I suppose.
I guess that's success for a deer.
Yep.
Just
that is success
getting
for deer.
getting kids, getting their offsprings out.
It's interesting. Like also like I compare it to like sort of feudal Japan, where you know it was very much like, I mean, and this has actually been the case in a lot of places in history, where like what you do as a profession is essentially based on your birth, like what family you were born into, what sort of status or caste.
I guess it was like that before, because if your father was a smith, then you were probably a smith too, because that's what he got a business, and that was a steady income for the family, and you were supposed to take care of the family afterwards.
Well, and like in like feudal Japan, you know, they had a lot of stuff where you were born into like essentially a class, and like success for them was not about like climbing, you know, because there was you couldn't escape to a higher class. That just wasn't a thing.
Yeah,
but
I guess that was the same kind of in India, right?
Yeah,
the caste system. Yeah.
But I know especially in Japan, like the work ethic, the work ethic was all about whatever you're born into, be the best darn one of those you can, like, and that was success to them. Like, if you're just a peasant, then be the best frickin' peasant you've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, if you like make shoes and be the best shoemaker in the world. That's
Mhm.
and I agree with that. I mean, but of course, do what you love. But when you do it, be the best you can be
Mhm.
at
And
what you
if
do.
you're forced to do something you don't love, try and be the best at that too. That's
Yeah, because that's life. You
Mhm.
can't always get what you want.
Yep.
At least not all the
It's-
time.
Yeah. Yeah, I think an important skill is just learning to make do with what you have. You know,
Yeah.
find ways to be happy with your situation. Not so much so that it makes it so that you don't have a drive to try and improve your situation, but find the joy where you are, kind of a thing.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the main reason why people get burnt out.
Mhm.
They focus too much on they're searching for happiness where they ain't no happiness to find, or success. They're working like the classical 9-to-5 job and do everything to please others instead of focusing on themselves. And that's when your body says stop. You got to focus on yourself.
Mhm.
It's really important. Don't forget yourself. Your body is a temple, as I say. And that's true to some extent. If you try to find the right words between the breaths here.
Yeah.
If you just work and work and work, and you do not focus on your well-being, you will deteriorate, and your mind will weaken, and sooner than you know, you will be laying in bed without any power to get up at all.
Mhm.
And it's happening to so many people, unfortunately. It goes too far. They can't read the signs. The body are screaming that this is too much. And many people, after they've recovered from this, they do drastically changes in their lives, and they become happy. They change jobs. They move away. They find person they love. They're, and that's also why I say that if you do not enjoy what your work is, try to figure out what you would love to do.
Mhm.
It's so important to be again happy. Be happy at least a couple of times during the day. It makes so much.
Mhm. I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you're saying with, like, you know, people that have had those near-death experiences. I mean, part of why they're happier afterwards in so many ways is that it forces them to really think about what's important, you know.
Yeah.
And it's something that we don't take enough time to do. You know, we just get set in our patterns and we don't really question them. And like, does this bring me happiness, fulfillment, you know?
Yeah. That's because the society today are kind of giving you a list of this is success, this is happiness, and you blindly believe that. And that's a major fault, I think. Because as we said in the start, your success ain't my success. And yeah, happiness is personal. Same with success. Yeah. As we talked about, you find happiness when you help people, no matter how or where. And people, some people might not like to help the people. Maybe they feel that that's more of a burden. So, yeah, find what you love. Again,
Yeah,
find what you love. That's probably the most important thing.
absolutely. You know, and find a way, but find a way to do it sort of sustainably on yourself. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Whether
If you
it's,
love doing like chopping down trees, if that's what you love, don't do it so much that your body just shuts down. Yeah.
I mean, and even things like helping others. I mean, it's like you know, they say never to, you know, if there's someone who's drowning, don't go out because they'll pull you down with them.
Yeah.
You know,
The first rule of first aid is yourself first. If you can't protect yourself, then you shouldn't be able to, or you shouldn't risk your own life to help others. Even though many are doing that, but many again are professional at doing that. If you're going out on thin ice to help people, you should really know what you're doing before you just walk out on the ice, because no matter how sad it is, it's better to lose one than lose two people. So as you said, if you always go around and help people, you won't have time to heal yourself. And that's it's important to heal yourself.
Yep, you'll be able to help more people in the long run if you can do it sustainably. You know, that's the and
learn
to
say no.
Sorry?
Yeah. Learn to say no. And sorry, I do not have the energy today, but I will help you tomorrow. That's some people are being used like that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's kind of the moral, I guess. Be as happy as you can at least one time a day. Do something you like. If you enjoy listening to music, listen to music 5 minutes, 10 minutes a day. Yeah. Welcome back to the win.
Yes. So what do you think? As a sort of a closing question here, what do you think is success for the podcast?
Success for the podcast would be. It could be so many things. I guess it would be to have people interact with us on a larger scale, to having like more like true fans, like really like what we do, to being kind of not recognized, but be kind of. Oh, did you hear this on that podcast? And people asking us stuff, people wanting to maybe have merge, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
Not necessarily that we earn money on it. That's not a goal I'm looking for. I'm looking for,
You'd like to connect. You just want to
fame.
Right?
Fame is also the wrong word, because I do not want fame. I want to interact with people, to be able to touch people's feelings and stuff like that. You know, sounds weird.
Yeah, we don't need to be. I kind of agree. We don't need to be famous, but you know, it'd be great. It'd be great just to know that we touch people's lives in some way. You know.
Yeah, like. Oh man, that thing you said that 3 minutes in, it really meant something to me, or I disagree with you, or something like that. That people interacting with us, and people interacting with us, because that means people actually listen to what we say.
Yeah. And if you disagree,
what we say, what we say ain't a fact. What we say are just our personal meanings.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I said. What we say ain't facts. It's just what we feel, what we think, and we are always open to interactions with people and getting inputs from all over the world. Yeah.
Yep. You know. Yeah, we are. That's great. I mean, I think you and I are kind of on the same page for that then, which is good, you know.
Yeah, that's good. We're mostly on the same page though, I think.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if we were on a total opposite pages, I guess we wouldn't continue this far. Or maybe we would. I mean, a healthy discussion is always healthy. So, yeah. So I guess that's it, guys.
Yeah.
For this, I guess this is success. We started with a theme. We kept about to the theme topic, if you may, and we had actually a punchline through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Successful episode.
Yes. So to help us feel successful, you can like and subscribe and comment, and
Yeah,
that'll be
Comment.
success.
yeah, that'll be even more success, definitely. So yeah, I guess we'll see you around, guys.
Yeah. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.